Now we get to the last part of the webinar. How much money are you making? Now with paper stamp cards, and in fact with most other marketing material, you have absolutely no idea of what returns you're getting from your loyalty program. You might remember how many hundreds of dollars you spent to hire a designer to design your cards for you. You may know how much you spent printing the cards at the local print shop, and maybe how much it cost to get them shipped to you. You probably know how many times you've gone back to the print shop to get another batch done, but you have no idea on the amount of money you're generated for that cost. You have no idea of the liability you have out there in terms of the number of rewards that you're expected to give because your customers have collected that. With Loopy Loyalty, you know how many cards you've issued, you know how many times people come into your store and collected a stamp, and even how many rewards you've issued. And you know this instantly, real time. No more batch counting, no doing sums at the end of the month, no finger in the air to try and guess what the situation is with your loyalty program. So let's pop back to Loopy Loyalty and go to the last tab. And we go into our insights, this bar chart one. So we can see we've got lots of numbers at the top. Now this is a really powerful number. This is the number. If you're working with someone, or you're in a business, or you're working for someone, this is the number you want to tell them to how successful you're being with your loyalty program. Your program has driven $3,080 in revenue with a cost of $210 in rewards. That's a net benefit of $2,870. Now you can also see here, I talked about liability of rewards that may not have already been redeemed. So we can see it's $150 worth of rewards have already been claimed. So we've given out those rewards, and we've got rewards that have been collected but haven't yet, rewards that have been earned but haven't yet been collected. So we can have $60 outstanding. This is fantastic. This is the sort of stuff accountants love, your bookkeepers will love, to say that we've got $60 outstanding in terms of rewards that could be called in. Now this will allow you to plan stock, inventory, plan for your next month's budgets, etc., etc. So really powerful thing here. And all you need to do is set your stamp value and reward costs. And this is really a one-time thing for each particular card. You have the ability to choose from different currencies. So this is why we can support across the world. In this case, for Dave's dog walking business, the stamp value is how much your customers are paying you for that service. So on average, dog walking business, depending on where you are in the States, we'll just do this one in the States, we have $20 for a dog walking. Again, you can put whatever number you want in here. The reward cost is the cost to you to give away that service. So if you are giving a free dog walking service to for 10 stamps in this case, or for your stamp card, a complete stamp card, the cost to you to hire that person to walk the dog for your customers is $15. Once I've clicked submit, then all of this would change. Now, let's say I found a cheaper supplier of dog walking services. And if I click submit here, these stats will be automatically updated. And you can now see my program has driven this much revenue with a cost of this. That's a net benefit of $2,912. Really powerful stuff. All-time stats, I can see my customers signed up, number of stamps that have been issued, the rewards that have been issued, and the rewards redeemed. So you can see this here. We've issued more rewards, 14, but only 10 have been collected. This is this $48 outstanding. So the 4 multiplied by 12 is where that $48 comes from. So again, really good stuff. You don't need to get your Excel or calculators out, or writing down on pieces of paper, or have to rely on heavy accounting systems. So just a simple way of being able to get your net return on investment for your loyalty program. Indeed, it provides a great power to marketers to work with their boss, to show the value of loyalty, to show the value of digital stamp cards. Now let's take a little look down here. We've got some other pretty charts. Now this shows us our activity. You can see what's the total visits per day, total number of cards that have been issued, the rewards that have been earned, and the rewards redeemed. Now this is a really insightful chart to see when you're busiest, or perhaps when you've got a low point. You can also choose to group it by day or month. Now in this case, it's only going to show us fairly we had nothing in the beginning in July, and obviously we've got a lot more business in August. Now, if you had been running your program for years, you'd also be able to choose years. But most of the businesses are finding the day view is a very powerful way to see the cycle of their business, understand maybe where they have low points. Perhaps those are the days when they can promote their loyalty program more, or potentially change the way they're running those businesses on those particular days. So a great way of instantly seeing activity in your store, from total visits, total cards, and so on. And then on the right hand side, this is the stamp count histogram, and it's showing the number of people, number of customers that have different frequencies of stamps. So you can see, unfortunately for this business, 3 customers have 0 stamps. Now I'm going to go back and send them a message or send them a stamp to try and incentivize them to come back to the business. One person has 1 stamp, one person has 20, one person has 37, one person has 54. So I can now go back to my customer profile, start looking at this, and this, while this is only for 7 customers, becomes extremely powerful when you're talking sort of 20, 30, 40, 50 customers. You really get an instant feel for what your stamp count is like. And at the bottom of the page, this is a list of every single transaction. You can see this is many pages of transactions. Let's see if this will load all of them or not. We've even got more pages. So yeah, there we go. So all the way from when 1 customer signed up, customer earned 4 stamps, we delivered 10 stamps on that day, reward was earned this day, signed up on, oh, I'm quite interested to see this customer on this day, so I can click on this customer that signed up on the 24th, and I'll instantly be taken into that customer view, which we've talked about before. So you can see in this case, who do we choose? Isaac. He chose to sign up for that program on that day, and I can instantly see his data. I can instantly engage with him if that's someone that I particularly want to talk with. So a summary of return on investment. Great information is giving you great power, which gives you great responsibility. You now have real-time data to be able to understand your customers better, to be able to engage your customers better, and ultimately to be even able to fine-tune your loyalty program. And many businesses are even enhancing and fine-tuning their business operation and business processes. You have a full audit trail. Accountants will love this. If your accountants have ever asked you for how many rewards you've given out, how many stamps you've got remaining in the marketplace, this is the way to tell people, answer those questions to your accountants. And the ability to use the stamp count history to target different customers to drive spend really is a very powerful tool, all built in within Loopy Loyalty.